I was wondering how long it was going to take before I got bored about doing daily videos. And I was somehow expecting it to happen like, day 50 or something. And it actually happened today. Um, Not necessarily that I don't want to do it, but I was like outside. It's very sunny in London today. It's relatively warm. I went for a long run and I really enjoyed the view and the Thames and, just all the nature and stuff. And I was like, damn, now I need to sit behind a computer doing a video. And my brain was like at this moment of like, absolute non-motivation, thinking, you know what, you can skip. Nobody knows you are doing these videos anyway. Maybe one person is watching, but that's it. So you can just take a day off if you want to. And I really had to remind myself, no, 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 no. I committed. I decided to do these videos daily. And yeah, it just reminded me how motivation can be very fragile sometimes. And yeah, and about all the times that I've been motivated in life or I've been disciplined and things happened. And it's funny how we always think like, the people who are succeeding or the people who are achieving things that they wanted in their life, they did it massive, like very courageous stuffs. But actually, when you look at it, like just achieving something is just like boring. It's just like repetitions of steps multiple times. Like for instance, it was super exciting to post the first video, but once you do a few more, it's like, okay, now that's becoming the same thing over and over, the same process. And this is what actually successful people do. They actually repeat stuff, but they somehow find a way to enjoy it. They find a way to like, yeah, I'm just putting the reps, I'm just doing the very basic work that I have to do, and the tasks that are actually not really sexy, but I'm still doing them every single day or every single week or whatever they need for consistency. And that's something that yeah, I had to remind myself and stop and like, okay, how do we make these things work? Because yeah, it's day 6, the motivation is already dropping. That's not going to work really well. So yeah, I was just thinking back of times when I've been able to motivate myself, like, without any, yeah, without any needs. And for instance, running has been one area where I've always been very consistent. Um, I don't know, I'm trying to think how it started, but usually it starts with something is going not well in my life, and I'm like, you know what, I need to go run. And then um, it's something that you can really control. You just put your shoes, put some sport clothes, and then you go outside, and you're outside, and you can enjoy the scenery. So I think like the consistency with running for me has always been kind of easy because I'm mixing both. Um, like I enjoy nature, so I enjoy being outside. So there are things that I would actually naturally enjoy that are not the running exercise itself, but more like the environment and the circumstances and the people, for instance. And then with the fact that I'm putting a very nice playlist, so I have something that keeps me yeah, keeps me going, and yeah, that feels very like, how to say that, from my brain. My brain is used to the same music, so it's actually helping it keep moving, and just keep the, yeah, keep the movement. And then I also like the progress. So sometimes you can notice, oh, you know what, I managed to do 10 kilometers in a bit faster than there. Oh, yeah, today I was very, very slow. But I run a little bit faster at the end to give myself a challenge of like sprinting or something like this. So I've always found with running that I can have the discipline and have the habits of it because of all these outside things like the music, the outside, the little challenges I can give myself that actually keeps things interesting. So even if I run every single week, multiple times a week, then I can keep it going without even challenging whether I'm motivating for it, which is a big thing. I think with my brain on the neurodivergent spectrum, it's actually something I never really struggled with, like discipline. I can be very consistent. I sometimes have to think about, do I want to do things daily or do I want to do things weekly or bi-weekly? Because obviously, even if you do things consistently, sometimes you still can burn out or you still can really yeah, spend too much energy on the same thing. So I have to really pace it and think what is actually needed for this. So for instance, for this video challenge, I'm doing it every day, but I might see at some point if that needs to change. But for now, it's like that's what I decided and that's what I feel will be interesting. And yeah, creating a bit, sometimes I just like dive into them. It's like I start something one day, my brain is like, we are doing this, I go for it, and then it keeps running, and then I can like kind of like slide into the habit without even having to put extra effort on it. And some other times it's different. Some other times I have to be like, okay, I need to, like create my tracker. I need to like tick the box every single day or every single week so that I can make sure that I've done the thing. And having systems around that, having things on my computer, for instance, I have my to-do list that repeatedly. So things I need to do weekly, I don't even need to think about them. They are going to be showing up on my calendar, and I know they are there. And yeah, all these things that can actually help with reducing mental loads, it's put in there, and that also ensure that I'm being consistent. And other thing I see as well with habits sometimes is that I go the other way. So sometimes I'm very disciplined, I'm very structured, but there are days where I'm like, I just want to throw everything out and completely remove any structure at all, and then do something else and start new habits. And yeah, I try, the more I grow older, the more I listen to that as well, because it's a sign that my brain is needed a little bit more variety, and I need to kind of spice things up a little bit instead of just doing the same thing over and over again. So if I start feeling like this, for instance, my morning routine, I tend to change it almost every like 3 to 6 months, so depending on the needs. But yeah, it's something that can evolve. So I know I need some components of moving my body, I need to take care of my nutrition, and I need to take care of my mind as well. But whatever I do for that can be different. So sometimes I have like, I dance in the morning, or I have a meditation in my bed, and then I go for a walk. Before I do anything else, I go outside and I walk. And sometimes it was different. It was just like I was doing some yoga, for instance, at home directly out of bed. So it's like trying to keep the same component, but keep things different within that, so that I can still be motivated to have this good practice and things that really helps me, but finding a way that I still motivated to do it. I don't have to fight my brain to be like, do I do my morning routine today, or do I not do my morning routine today? So yeah, that's something that has worked really well to spice things up. And I also find sometimes what has worked, which is more like for like professional projects or like bigger projects I wanted to do, and is also looking at these external things I was mentioning. So it's not like, oh yeah, it would be great if I did this, but it's like, okay, I would really want to do this. And if I achieve this, for instance, these are all the things that I would have learned in the process. That's something that is very exciting for me. It's like, I'm going to learn something. I'm going to explore. I'm going to experiment. That's something in itself. Just the fact to be able to do that as I'm working towards something is very interesting for me. So this is something I have to think about. Like if I'm doing these videos, for instance, I'm going to learn about public speaking. I'm going to be able to train my voice, my body language. I'm going to learn to clarify the way I think and the way I speak to you. So there are like things that are going to come from doing the exercise every single day that makes it exciting as well. That is not just, oh yeah, I'm going to achieve that daily posting, but it's like, ooh, I'm going to learn this, and ooh, I'm going to be way better, hopefully, after a few days. And yeah, I also think about contribution. This is another one big thing that I know I really like to add to my goals. So for instance, I'm talking here, but hopefully something is also popping up for you. You get some ideas about things you can try, or maybe you relate to some of the messages, and that makes you feel good about yourself, or that gives you some level of hope. All of this is like a side effect for me. It's like, oh, there is a ripple effect. There is, yes, I'm achieving a goal, but actually that contributed to this other person, and because this other person got this, then these are all the other people that they are going to go help as well. So that this kind of like effect of, yes, I'm doing things for me, but there are also other people who can benefit is really something that can give me some fuel as well. When I'm not motivated, I'm like, hey, remember, there's somebody out there counting on you, and that's somebody that you can have make a difference in their life. And outside of contribution and this idea of learning something, I also think sometimes it's a challenge for me to test my own limits, and like build some of the skills that I would really like to embody. So for instance, doing these videos every single day means I need to find a way to enjoy it every single day. I need to find a way to be present. I need to find a way to be willing to engage. And this is like, it's a training. Like I'm training muscles that I do have partially, but if I train them daily, that's really going to be helpful, and really going to be change my life as well in some way. And yeah, so I'm also looking in the things that I'm doing that are maybe not as motivating. I'm looking for what is one way I can make it a little bit more challenging for myself internally. So I have a different target, and then I can I want to achieve that, because I can like, I've done something more than what people can see maybe, but I also know it's helping me build something of some skills. And yeah, I think this is applicable to everything in your life. So if, for instance, you're not motivated to, I don't know, do your taxes or do your admin stuff, or if there are things, if you are running a business, for instance, I remember I was sometimes having to do yeah, like just, customer service, or even like, repeatedly writing social media content. Sometimes it's very like, it's so repetitive and you do it for so long that it's like, phew. But having this idea in mind as well about, like, yeah, who am I doing this for? What is it? Yeah, what is it going to teach me? And yeah, trying to find where is the emotional juice in there. What is one thing you can do different today that will bring a little bit of variety and will re-engage your brain towards that? And yeah, I feel this is like little tactics I know work for me. And yeah, I've been playing with that. Now I'm gonna see how that goes for the next, like, I've just done 6 days, so let's see how this goes for the next six. And yeah, let's see how this evolves. But I will let you know how my motivation is going. And yeah, if you have any tips for motivation yourself, or things that really works well when you have to re-engage or do things consistently, but you are like, I need to help my brain get there, drop them in the comments. I think it's always helpful for other people as well. And I see you tomorrow, motivated, after I'm gonna go outside now and just like enjoy the sun in London that we don't always get. But so I promise tomorrow I will have some good vitamin D and some good motivation for you as well. See you tomorrow.